Hi guys, I'm Hyunjoo, a lawyer practicing in Gwangju. I upload videos on Korean Law 101 to provide legal information for expats or foreigners in Korea. Usually I record my segment during my radio show, which is a segment called Law in Our Life, and it's part of City of Light GFN radio show. I'm on every Wednesday night from 7:35 to 8. But I forgot to bring my recording stuff, like my mic, everything. So I couldn't record it during the show. So I have to do it in my office by myself. But it's better to do it than not. So here it comes. Today's topic is 민식이법. Have you ever heard of it? Minsik's law. It's a revision of the traffic law, and it's something that you should know if you are somebody who drives. So today's episode would be Law of Minsik's law. Have you ever heard of the controversy involving the newly enacted law 민식이법? 민식이법. 민식이 is the name of the child and 법 means law. This law was proposed by the legislators after the death of a 9-year-old boy Minsik. He was killed by a driver when he was crossing at the children's safety zone in September 2019 in Asan, Cheongnam. The statistics says that in Korea we have more than 400 car accidents with child victim. That's a lot. To prevent traffic accident with child victim in the school safety zone, the law was revised, and the revised provision is called 민식이법, Minsik's law. The driver who killed Minsik was sentenced to 2-year imprisonment without labor at this point. But on May 21st, a driver hit and killed a 2-year-old boy in the child safety zone while he was making an illegal U-turn in Gwangju. It's reported that he was driving under the speed of 30 kilometer. As the first car accident that Minsik's law is applicable occurred, I like to inform the expats about the new law and its effect on driving laws. The basic rule about Minsik's law is the following. If a driver of a vehicle breaches his duty to drive cautiously and to keep the safety of children and injures a child under the age of 13 in the child safety zone, then the driver will be subject to an imprisonment with labor for a period between 1 to 15 years or a fine of 5 million to 30 million won. That's huge. If such accident leads to the death of a child, the driver will be subject to an imprisonment of at least 3 years, and it can be also indefinite imprisonment, like prison in life. That's really, really tough. So Minsik's law is not a totally new law imposing new obligations to the drivers, but it's more like a revision with more severe penalty for traffic accidents in the school zone. Before the Minsik's law, the penalty for the traffic accident was imprisonment without labor of less than 5 years or the fine of less than 20 million won. But with the revision, the severity of the penalty has been aggravated for the accident in school safety zone involving child victim. But there were some criticisms about the law because some opponents argue that the law did not meet the balancing test, as it may punish the people who could not prevent the accident even with due care, or it punished the people who violated traffic laws heavier than others who violated other criminal laws. For example, they say the driver who committed a traffic accident in the school zone and when the child rushes into will be subject to the same heavy punishment as a drunken driver who hits a person on the street. So it's a tough issue, right? One thing to know is that the law does not punish every traffic accident, only based on the fact that it happens in the safety zone, school safety zone. Like other traffic accidents, the law requires that at least a negligence on duty or gross negligence. So if a driver cannot foresee such an accident or cannot avoid such an accident by all means, he might not be charged with the violation of 민식이법. However, as it's a new law, many are concerned about how it will be actually applied to the new cases. And also, as a lawyer, it's also very hard to prove that it was not foreseeable at all. And like he did his best to prevent the accident, or it's something that nobody could prevent, even if he like did all his fulfilled his duty of care. So it's more about like how to prove that I did what I had to do. Like I had paid attention, I paid full attention. I was under very high level of duty of care, but it's so hard to prove, right? And when the victim is a child, it's really also hard to like blame the victim. So it can be very tough when you are caught in this situation. In Korea, the law allows that the parties make settlements and the victim receives the monetary damage compensation. The case can be dropped or cannot be pressed charges. However, the type of traffic accident that I was talking about today, like about the Minsik's law, then for those car accidents, such leniency is not applicable. So even though you compensate the damage for the child victim, such compensation will be recognized by the court, and may affect the level of penalty when the court is making their own decision, but it will not have the effect of like terminating the case at all or like dropping the case, because it's something that you cannot settle outside of the court. So today I talked about Minsik's law. It's a bit controversial because many are worried like, oh, I did my best to avoid, I did my best as a driver, but what if a child rushes into and I couldn't prevent the tragic accident? Then should I be responsible for the car accidents and be put in prison for years? But there are many people who says like the driver should pay more attention while they are going through the traffic zone, the school safety zone, because as I said, in May 21st there was a car accident and a person who was making an illegal U-turn right in front of the school safety zone hit a child, very young one, only 2-year-old, in front of his parent, and he died. So many people just don't want those accidents to happen again. That's why many people like petition for the passage of this law. So we will see how it turns out as we have more cases. And so thank you for watching, and I'll come back later with more information on Korean Law 101. Please subscribe and like and spread the news that I'm here to your friends and take advantage of the good stuffs that I'm talking about. You can also find the same information if you like radio. You can listen to my segment on GFN, City of Light. I'm on air every Wednesday night from 7:35 to 7:45. It's for Gwangju. It's on Gwangju for GFN Gwangju Foreign Language Network. The channel is 98.7. If you are near Gwangju, Yeosu, Jeonnam, you might be able to listen to my voice on time. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.